Welcome back, Mustang fans, and get ready for an exciting week of Rita replays. This week, in honor of Spirit Week, we are doing a highlight of all of our games in the last few years against Mount Carmel, our rival. Tonight's action takes us to 2006, the season of our last state championship. It's a great football game here at Doyle Stadium, a great football event for all of you Mustang fans. Please be sure to tune in for the rest of the week, every night here, Rita replays, rivalry week against Mount Carmel. Go Mustangs!
Welcome to the corner of 79th and Western in the heart of Chicago's South Side for this week's Comcast Chicago Rush High School Game of the Week. It's St. Rita hosting Mount Carmel. Hello everybody, Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds, and the calendar may say 2006, Kenny, but you know what? It might as well be any time in the last 50 or so years, because what we have tonight is an old-fashioned Catholic League battle. We're going to see a lot of running and a lot of defense.
Oh, I tell you what, Jimmy, when these two teams get together, it is like the Super Bowl of the South Side. Mount Carmel, of course, leads the all-time series 56-25 with 2 ties.
But for Mount Carmel, what they are playing for, they win this game tonight, and they can pretty well be assured of being at home to start the playoffs, and that's very important because somebody always gets sent down to the St. Louis area in the opening round. You know what happens with the officiating down there. But Mount Carmel, they're legit. They're not talking about just this game or going undefeated this year. They have a legitimate shot at winning it all this year.
I tell you what, I think this may be their best team in years, and that's saying something when you talk about Mount Carmel. They have outscored their opponents 265-57. That's unbelievable.
St. Rita comes into this game with only 1 loss at the hands of the Fenwick Friars. So for St. Rita, this is their shot at winning a conference title.
And you talk about a team that can put points on the board. St. Rita, they've outscored their opponents 213. They've given up only 69 points. So it's a good offensive team as well as a good defensive squad.
So many times in the history of Mount Carmel football, it's been about their quarterbacks. Guys like Donovan McNabb, Mike McGrew, but it's a running back, Tim Brown, that leads them.
Hey, what a great name. Tim Brown,
exactly.
A Heisman Trophy winner from Notre Dame. This Tim Brown, not that quite is that good, but he's pretty doggone good. 7 touchdowns, he's rushed for 454 yards this season. He's the workhorse.
But St. Rita counters with a fine running back of their own, Darian Hood, who one more touchdown, he goes to double digits. He's closing in on 1,000 yards for the year.
Well, it's unbelievable. Hood, he's already scored 9 touchdowns this season. He's rushed for 817 yards. He's the workhorse. I think if St. Rita has a chance tonight, you're going to need another big night from Hood.
So it's an old-fashioned Catholic League tussle between 2 longtime rivals that have their sights on a bigger prize at the end of next month. But for right now, what they're shooting for is a conference championship. We'll have the starting lineups, the opening kick, when we come back after this quick timeout. You are looking at St. Rita coaching legend Pat Cronin, who was named to the St. Rita Hall of Fame back in 1984. And we welcome you back to St. Rita for tonight's Comcast Chicago Rush High School Football Game of the Week, featuring the much-anticipated showdown between the Mustangs of St. Rita and the Mount Carmel Caravan. And just about ready to go here at Pat Cronin Field. Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds, and down on the sidelines, and joining us as always, Mark Kruger. Mark.
All right, Jim Blaney, thank you very much. You guys in the open touchdown, Darian Hood. Him and Cliff Moore combined in the backfield for St. Rita to be one of the more potent running back combinations in the area. Now for Mount Carmel, they've got a couple of linebackers that are pretty good as well. Mark Oliver, who's heading to Wyoming, and also Stephen Filer, who University of Illinois and also Notre Dame are looking for his contributions, trying to get them to go to their schools. Now, the key to this game, in my opinion, St. Rita's defense. I was at the St. Rita Loyola game last week in Wilmette, and I tell you, the Mustang defense held the Ramblers to only 2 first downs in the entire first half. Look for a couple of Matts defensively for St. Rita. Matt Murphy, the linebacker, and also Matt Conrath. Conrath, hard to miss him, 6'8", 250. He can move all over the place. Guys, can St. Rita's defense neutralize the Caravan team, averaging 38 points per game? We'll soon find out, Jim.
And Mark, one of the things about that scoring for Mount Carmel per game, here's the amazing part: 4 rushing touchdowns per game. And when you can score 28 points just on rushing the football, Kenny, you're usually going to win the football game.
And it also goes to show what an outstanding offensive line they have, too. When you can score 4.4 games, Jim, 4 touchdowns on the ground like that, that just goes to show those guys are not only big, they're pretty doggone good.
Mustangs lining up to kick it off to get us started. Stephen Flaherty will kick it to get us going. Wind is blowing from the bottom to the top of your TV screen, coming out of the west if you're a geography major. And the kick will carry into the end zone and through the back of the end zone. Mount Carmel will start out 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
1st and 10, Caravan.
Let's take a look at the Mount Carmel offense coming out onto the field. They run the ball, they run it well. They have a lot of good-sized guys up front. Both of these teams do, really. Carter Kopak, 4 rushing TDs, has thrown for 6, but here's the amazing part, Kenny. He's completed 64% of his passes so far this year.
Well, the key, I think, right off the bat, you want to stop this Caravan run. And let's see how many men they put up in the box. They're just going to go with 4. Let them get a 1, 2, 4-man line, and you get to 3. So they're going to go with 8. They're not going to come up with 9 like I thought they may.
Brown and Parker in the backfield, and instead it'll be a quarterback keeper to get it started at the left side of the formation. Kopak keeps it over the right side, carries it out to about the 26-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Let's take a look now at the St. Rita defense up front. As Mark talked about, some pretty good size, and usually you see a lot of good size in the offensive and defensive lines for these teams, but the linebackers for St. Rita, pretty good size too. Matthew Murphy goes at 220, and that's about the size of most of those guys in that part of the field.
And I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good size for high school, Jim.
2nd down and 4 for Mount Carmel. They will go to the fake and another keeper. So far we get to see a running back get the football. But Mount Carmel has ground out 15 yards on the ground on 2 plays. 1st down at the St. Rita 35, or at their own 35-yard line, excuse me.
Jim, watch the second effort here now. He'll get hit on the quarterback keeper right here. That's a fake. Now watch the first hit. He'll get hit right here, but he doesn't go down. Keeps going. Good second effort for the 1st down.
And you can do that with your quarterback the first couple of plays of the game. Well, then all of a sudden maybe it makes it a little easier for the running back. So we've yet to see Brown get a carry in the game.
Believe me, we will.
And there he is right now over the left side. Not a whole lot. Obviously, St. Rita doing a good job of filling the holes he came through. Brown picks up maybe 2 yards out to the 37-yard line. It will bring up 2nd down and 8.
Well, we talked about we hadn't seen Brown rush the ball yet up to that point. And if you notice, they knew he was going to touch the ball.
Well, we maybe gave him credit for 1 yard too many, because officially 2nd down and 9 from the 36-yard line. Nibbs comes out wide to the right. Kopak takes the handoff, little drop step, kind of almost a Washington Redskin counter tray on the keeper as he came back up the middle, carries it out near the 40-yard line before he's brought down. So
wasn't much there.
No, there wasn't a whole lot there. Interesting play, though, the way it was designed, but 3 carries now for the quarterback so far in the game.
And I think you would say that's sort of a surprise when you have a guy like Brown in their backfield.
And this is where St. Rita is going to have to make things happen on defense. 3rd down and 6 for Mount Carmel from their own 39-yard line.
Big defensive play right here if you're a Mustang fan, Jim.
See if it's the first time Kopak will throw. It is. Back, takes a look, has plenty of time, throws it over the middle, delivers a strike, and it will be short of a 1st down. Kyle Parker making the catch at about the 44-yard line. He was immediately wrapped up and brought down. It's going to be 4th down and about 1.
Boy, 4th and 1, but look at the time here, Jim. Look at the outstanding protection he has. But here's Parker just a little bit short of that 1st down mark as he comes back to the ball to get the reception. And he's going to be a little bit short. And at this early part of the game, 4th and 1, I think it's safe to say. I think it's safe to say you're going to punt it, but they're going to go for it.
Well, let's see if they go for it. Let's see if they just decide to call some signals and see if they can get the Mustangs to jump offside. 4th down and about a foot.
Boy, it's awfully early.
Kopak keeps it, and he'll easily have the 1st down. Leans a little bit to his left, goes between the center and the guard and gets a 1st down out to the 46-yard line.
Well, I thought this early in the game that they would punt it, but they know their offensive line, and here it is again. And he gets this with ease on the quarterback keeper. He just goes up. He only needed about a foot. Comes away with it with the room to spare. Now, momentum. It's early in the ball game. We're only in the 1st quarter. But I think now Mount Carmel's going to try to feed off this early momentum because they had to get a good 4th down conversion. They came away with it.
Handoff goes up the middle. That one in the hands of Parker, and maybe gets a yard, pushes it out to about the 47-yard line.
It's a yard, maybe 2 yards.
The guy with the down marker over there is a little generous. He's up at about the 48-yard line. The ball's at about the 47. 8th play of the drive, as Mount Carmel has thrown it once in this drive and run it the other 7 times.
Very impressed so far, Jim, with that offensive line of the Carabin.
And when you do this, it can make for a very quick football game. And a little bit of trouble on the handoff that time as Parker again takes it up the middle, and he just kind of noses his way out beyond the midfield stripe, out to the 49-yard line of St. Rita. So for the first time in this game, Mount Carmel pushes it across the midfield into St. Rita territory.
Look here, Jim, nothing fancy here. Just a good old-fashioned smash mouth football. That offensive line doing a tremendous job opening the hole that time for Parker.
And the shuttling continues with Eric Ramirez coming in to bring in the play. So it is Ramirez and Brown in the backfield for Mount Carmel. Third down and 4. And it'll be short of the first down, maybe out to the 46-yard line. So here we go. Mount Carmel went for it once on fourth down and made it, but that was fourth down and about a foot. This is going to be fourth down and about 2 yards from the St. Rita 46.
Well, I think you're gonna bring the punting unit on.
Well, the thing is, Kenny, from this part of the field, even though it's 2 yards, you can see going for it here. But
they surprised us last time in their own territory. They didn't go for it.
And they do indeed line up in punt formation. Ron Newcomb in to punt it away. Newcomb standing back in his own 41-yard line. Gets away the kick. Gets away a good kick. High, fair catch called for at the 14-yard line. And that is where St. Rita will take over 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line in their first offensive possession of the game. Offensive starters for St. Rita. Here's the amazing part, Kenny. Here's their offensive line. 280, 255, 270, 250, and 305. Some big kids down there for St. Rita. And we talked about Darian Hood in the open, comes into the game. 777 yards rushing. But if it's a battle of field position so far, Mount Carmel is at least ahead after the first possession. Peter Balsam at quarterback. Gives to the pitch, first man through, and Ward carries it over the right side, maybe takes it out to the 20-yard line, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. You know, if this game stays close, Kenny, we could be done here in about an hour.
Well, that's not bad. It's going to take an hour to get out of here if you take a look at the defensive starters here for Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel defensive starters, Bazemore goes 220, Newcomb 235, and Ray Kennedy. A little bit of a light defensive line, but the linebackers are good size. So you got some just faster kids that are nice and strong up front.
And they don't give up many points.
On 2nd down and 4. This is Hood, right side, and he's stood up by about 4 white shirts. Maybe picked up a yard. Maybe got it out to about the 22-yard line.
Boy, Jim, with a quick little hole right there. He looked like he was going to get right through it, but I tell you what, a great job of pursuit there by the Carabin defense. And as you know, it doesn't take much of a hole for Hood to get going. All he needs is a little bit of daylight, and you know he'll take off.
So 3rd down and 3 for St. Rita from their own 22-yard line, and a big play for them on offense because even one first down allows them to get back a little bit of the field position.
Hey, Trips gets Filer out, boys.
Balsam lined up in the shotgun. He will keep it himself. He'll go the right side. He turns inside, only gets a couple of yards. He will be short. Stopped at about the 24-yard line, and from there, St. Rita is going to have to punt the football away.
It was a good second effort, too, Jim. Here it is on a quarterback keeper. He goes to the right side. He'll get hit here. He keeps his feet moving, tries to spin forward, but he's brought down short of the first down, as it'll be 4 and 2 to go.
So Mount Carmel maybe with a chance to set up a return and get back some of that field position. Back to punt for St. Rita is Matt Murphy. And we have a timeout called by Mount Carmel, so they'll talk it over for a second before receiving the punt.
I wonder if they saw something in their line they didn't like.
So we've had 2 possessions in the game so far, and 7.5 minutes have been run off the clock. And there's only been 1 pass play so far, and that was the one Mount Carmel used to get their initial first down of the game.
Boy, I wonder how many people have crammed in here today. I mean, there are a lot of people here.
Now, you want to talk about a tough week, Kenny? Look at this. There's one more team on the next panel, but everybody's going to make the play. If Providence can win their last 2, they're going to go to the playoffs.
Right.
All these other teams going in. And for Mount Carmel and St. Rita, what they are playing for is, of course, a conference championship. But as we mentioned, you want to get up to the 8-win territory because that pretty much guarantees you of being at home the first week of the playoffs.
And that's one thing that Mount Carmel wants. They know this is a big game because they want to make sure they get that home field advantage come playoff time.
And the pairings, by the way, will be made next Saturday.
Really?
IHSA pairings show next Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Somebody's going to get shipped out. One team always does, and you do not want to be that team. And the punt block looked like it was on. Great punt.
Oh, what a punt.
All the way back to the 32-yard line where a fair catch is called for, and that's an outstanding punt by Murphy that backs Mount Carmel all the way up to their own 32-yard line.
Jim, that was a 45-yard punt.
First down and 10 for Mount Carmel from their own 33-yard line. They will go on the keeper as Kopak comes up the middle, takes it out to the 44-yard line. We'll have a first down, so again, that's Mount Carmel. That's been their bread and butter so far. Is just the quarterback keeper off the fake.
Quarterback keeper off the fake. And see, everybody goes for the running back, and there he is, keeps the ball. And I tell you what, again, that offensive line doing a tremendous job, Jim, of standing up the Mustangs of St. Rita. If these guys are standing up, it's hard to go forward.
So far, Brown in the game has been playing T.O. He's been a decoy so far in the contest.
Nobody should be in the same sentence with T.O.
Brown and Parker again in the backfield on first down and 10. Hand off to the first one through. That's Parker, and St. Rita doesn't buy any of it. They're right there to make the stop. Matt Conrath was lower than anybody else, and he just was able to grab Parker as he ran by. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play brings up second down and 8. And, well, it's a big crowd on hand here tonight. Let's look at the Mount Carmel crowd.
But look at all the people standing.
Well, it's the only way to stay warm, Kenny.
And you put people under each in each end zone also.
Kopak so far in the game, he's carried it 4 times for 30 yards. Second down and 8. Kopak hands off, and this time again it goes up the middle. And boy, St. Rita's doing a good job of keying on the running back so far, as that play maybe goes for a yard out to the, we'll call it to the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the carry, and it's going to bring up third down and about 6.
Boy, they did a great job. Watch Matthew Murphy right here, number 44, stand them right up. Did not go for the fake. St. Rita doing a wonderful job, as you said, Jim, concentrating on the running backs, not letting their running backs get anything so far in the first quarter.
And again, in what we expect to be a defensive chess match to some degree, here's a big play coming up now for the St. Rita defense as they look at third down and 6. Mount Carmel on their own 48-yard line. Because I think from this spot in the field, if they get close, Mount Carmel will go on fourth down. Throw, open man, nice catch on the inside, and a first down for Mount Carmel down at the St. Rita 36-yard line. Reception made by Pat Jarvis.
Boy, I don't know how he got that off, because Darius Fleming was right there. A 16-yard reception for the first down. Here it is again. Boy, how does he get this off? He's just about to get hit right there, gets it off. And there's your reception for the first down. I didn't think he was going to get it off because the pressure was there. And Darius Fleming was right in his face when he let that ball go.
You know where Pat Jarvis figures in Chicago Cubs history? Think about it for a second. I'll give it to you in a minute. First down and 10.
Ernie Banks.
That's
home
right,
run.
500th homer.
500 home run.
From not the same guy, obviously. From the 36-yard line, first and 10 from Mount Carmel. That handoff goes up the middle. That's Ramirez. And then he bounces it back to the left a little bit, carries it down to the 31-yard line. So a gain of 5 on the play, second down and 5 for Mount Carmel. And now the Caravan starting to roll up a little bit of yardage.
And again, that offensive line doing such a great job. Jim, they are not only big, they are so good. They do a wonderful job of opening up the holes. They have not let the running backs get a lot. Of course, the quarterback has been doing most of the running tonight, but very, very impressed with that offensive line.
A crisply played game, to say the least, on a crisp night. Under a minute and a half now remaining in the second quarter. And Brown hasn't gotten the football a lot. Again, that one goes to the first man through. That's Kyle Parker. He's going to take it down to about the 27-yard line. He'll be short of a first down by about, well, let's call it about a yard and a half.
Here's again, Jim. Again, now here's Parker going right up the middle. Just a little bit short. Couldn't get away. Going right up the middle. Nothing fancy. It's good old-fashioned Tom Bonner type football. Right up the middle. Right, Tom?
Third down conversion so far. Mount Carmel 1 out of 3, but remember they're also 1 for 1 going forward on fourth down. 3rd down and 2 from the 28-yard line. Nibson going in motion to the left. Bit of a long snap count. Brown gets the pitch, turns it up to the left side, gets to about the 26-yard line. It's going to be close, stays in bounds. So very likely that will be the last play of the first quarter unless they quickly go for a measurement here.
Well, it's going to be close. Here it is again, Jim. Let's see if he gets it. Here's Brown on the pitch out. As he tried to turn that corner, now he's going to be, is that going to be short? Or did he get it?
Well, the chains are all the way across the field, so it's going to take a little bit of
he's calling for the chain.
Geometry. The official has called timeout with just under 12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Scoreless game, St. Rita against Mount Carmel. Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds and Mark Kruger is down there on the sidelines.
We're in the press box with a host of others.
Little tight up here.
Little tight.
Got all the famous people up here too. Got my 2 Hall of Famers.
Yep, he's short.
So he's short by about 6 inches maybe.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, started on the 32.
And you would certainly expect Mount Carmel to go for this. If you go for it on 4th and less than a yard at midfield, you would certainly expect them to go for 4th down and 6 inches.
Especially the way the quarterback keeper's been working for them all night.
And they wind the clock, and that will likely be the end of the first quarter without a snap because Mount Carmel would rather go over and talk it out before they go for the 4th down play. Let's see. Here we go.
Well, the official had to blow the whistle to wind it.
Wind the clock, let it run, and that is going to do it for the opening quarter of play. All right, Mark, thank you very much. Mount Carmel does indeed pick up that 1st down, so they now have it 1st and 10 on the St. Rita 24-yard line. Back to throw is Kopak, and nobody there on the deep post pattern. The intended target was number 13, Dan Nibbs. So.
And nobody was home. By the way, Jim, that 1st down was the 5th of the game for Mount Carmel. St. Rita has yet to get a 1st down.
And that play right there is the first time on a play from scrimmage where the ball has hit the ground.
Right.
Because in the opening quarter, there were 18 plays run from scrimmage by Mount Carmel, 3 by St. Rita. And of the 21 total plays in that first quarter, 20 of them were runs, and the one that was a pass was completed.
They take a look at Coach Linty.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Or 2nd and 10, excuse me. And this will be a quarterback keeper to the right side. The pitch goes to Ramirez over the side. He's going to gain maybe about 5 yards down to the 20-yard line before he's stopped. So we'll bring up 3rd down at about 5.
Here we go again, Jim. Now, he does a great job of hiding the ball. Everybody goes to the front man. Then he pitches it out, goes to the outside. They do a wonderful job of faking that handoff up the middle. But then they run the option, kick it out to the outside.
Ball just shy of the St. Rita 20-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Kenny, just because of the way we expect this to be, a 1st down would really, or a touchdown actually, really change the complexion of the game because it's been so much ball control.
Caravan 1 out of 4 on 3rd down conversions.
And back to throw Kopak, looking down to about the 10-yard line, has his man, and that is complete. And that's complete to Pat Jarvis down to the 12-yard line where it will be a 1st down for the Caravan.
Another big completion and another great reception by Pat Jarvis. But again, Jim, look at the time that he has. The offensive line doing a wonderful job. He has all the time he needs. Jarvis getting free and just standing there wide open for the 1st down and a big completion. So now the ball on the 12-yard line.
Where it is once again 1st and 10. And the time continuing to wind.
This is play 12 of this drive.
Almost like we're playing continuous clock here with the way these teams are running the football so far, especially the Caravan. 1st and 10 from the 12. And this time Brown up the middle, turns to the 5-yard line and is knocked down, and the ball came out. And let's see who got it. And there's nobody jumping up and down, so it looks like Mount Carmel was able to recover the fumble. So it turns into a gain of about 6 yards to it's just inside the 6-yard line.
But what a nice hole Here we go again. The draw to Brown goes up the middle and follows the block right there by Ramirez to get within the 6-yard line. Drops the ball, but of course, Mount Carmel right there to jump on it.
Now, if Tom Bonin were setting up this play for you, he would say the ball is right on the goal box. Caravan continuing to run the ball and run the ball well in this drive as they start knocking on the doorstep. Handoff goes the first man through, and that was Ramirez, goes left side, takes it down to about the 2-yard line, and that's going to be close to a first down.
Ramirez has been the workhorse in the backfield tonight. And Jim, let's watch this replay again before I get to my point. Here it is again, Ramirez right up the middle. He's been a big workhorse tonight. And Jim, I'm talking a little softer than I usually do because I'm sitting right next to the PA announcer, Jim O'Boy. So we don't want our broadcast to be going all over the PA system in the stadium. That's why I'm a little bit softer. Because
no, you're a little bit softer because you're afraid he's going to turn around and smack you upside the head.
We don't want everything to get on the air. Or actually outside.
Handoff, Brown up the middle, takes it down to the doorstep of the goal line, not quite in, so it's going to be a first down for Mount Carmel, and it's about the length of the football to the end zone.
Yep. First and goal from the 1. But this is about as close as you can get without getting into the end zone, but you can see a great camera angle there. He's down about a foot away, and this is the 15th play of this drive coming up.
So first and goal from the 1-yard line. 8.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Kopak keeps it himself, and no signal as of yet. They're going to start to unpile everybody. Boy, they are not giving it to him.
Not yet.
A lot of discussion, but nobody raising their arms as of yet.
There it is.
And
nope.
They have spotted it. That actually was a positive gain on that play. The ball's about 6 inches closer to the goal line than it was the last time they spotted it.
Wow. Well, now this is as close as you can get it without getting the ball in. Let's see, where did he go down? It's hard to see right there, but as they got everybody back up, they did not signal touchdown. The nose of the ball is right at the goal line.
Second down and goal.
Do you a quarterback keeper here?
Well, it's worked before in short yardage. Just line up behind your center and go.
Just go.
And instead, they fumble the football. It's loose back on the 5-yard line, and St. Rita recovers. Ball recovered by Darius Fleming. What a turn of events and what a huge play for St. Rita. Mount Carmel has dominated this game. St. Rita has only run 3 offensive plays. Mount Carmel has run off almost 15 minutes of time off the clock, but St. Rita gets the football back.
Here it is again, Jim. Actually, he never really had a good control of it. When he got the snap, he tried to hand it off, and there's Fleming right there to pick up the loose ball. But off the center exchange, he never really had control of the ball.
Huge play for the St. Rita defense. They dodge a big-time bullet. Balsam in the shotgun formation. He will run on the quarterback draw. Just gives himself a little bit more room to operate. That's a gain all the way out to the 11-yard line. Gain of, well, we'll give him 4 on that play, so it's going to bring up second down and 6.
Here's another look at the fumble. See, Jim, he never really had control of the ball from the snap. He tried to hand it off, and there was just no one there. And Fleming drops on it. They ran 16 plays and took off 8 minutes and 58 seconds. And came away with nothing.
Second down and 6 from the 11. A little bit more standard formation this time for St. Rita as they decide to put it on the ground and just try and grind it out. And first thing is just give themselves a little bit of room, which they have done. Now they got to try and get a first down and keep possession a little bit and keep their defense off the field for a little while.
And there's Kenneth, great first name, who caused the fumble. And I can't say the last name, Jim, so I'll just call him Kenneth. Stocklosa. Hey, it's great to be in the booth with all the St. Rita coaches.
Yeah, they know all the kids.
Hey, I'll just call him Kenny. It's a great name to me. They just call him Stock.
Third down and 3. Huge play for St. Rita. They have yet to pick up a first down in the game. They go again to the quarterback.
What a
first
hold.
down and more. All the way out to the 29-yard line before he's finally brought down. Balsam, nice job of running. So St. Rita, they have their first down. They keep the clock rolling. They get their defense off the field, and now they have something positive working on offense.
Oh, what a great call. What a great call. Out of the shotgun, right to the quarterback keeper. Nice block right there. That's what they wanted to do. They needed that good block right there by Ray Jordan. I tell you what, you talk about catching them napping. That's exactly what happened.
Hood lined up as the I-back. First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. And Hood gets the call. No room going right up the middle, just trying to get anything he can. Takes it out to about the 33-yard line. He was brought down by Ed Kilroy.
And he picks up a couple of yards, makes something out of nothing. There was nothing there, Jim. He did a great job, if you notice, of keeping the feet moving. Once he was hit, he never stopped moving his feet. He just kept the feet moving.
We have no score in the game. 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Both of these teams have been running the football. They've been running it a lot, and now St. Rita is starting to run it well. Now they come out with a spread formation. Again, Balsam will keep it. Had a little bit of room over the right side, but not much. Again, he's going to pick up maybe about a yard. And coming up to make the play was Steve Filer. And Mark told you at the very start of the game, he's on his way to the University of Wyoming. Well, you know what? This is the kind of weather they have in football.
But you look at Filer, look at that great lateral pursuit there, going over to the left, his left side. What a nice job of pursuing by Filer. Quick, and he can go north and south, but also east and west. That was a great job of pursuit by Filer.
Yeah, textbook tackle as well. So now 3rd down and 6 coming up from the 34-yard line.
And you know, it's kind of fun being here in the booth with the St. Rita coaches.
This is a big play here, Kenny, because if St. Rita can convert a first down, they can pretty well run out the clock for the first half if they don't score and not give Mount Carmel the football back. Hood, well, no, that was a keeper by Balsam up the middle. I was fooled, Mount Carmel was not. That'll be a gain of about a yard.
Boy, it looked like Hood was going to get the ball as he came in motion, but Balsam caught the ball itself. He kept it, but only picked up about a yard.
He was flying that time.
Yeah, here it is again. See, now watch Hood, Jim, in motion. Looked like he get the hand off to Hood. Balsam did a great job of hiding the ball, but the Caravan was right there. They did not go for the fake.
Now, in reality, Kenny, that was a very successful possession for St. Rita. They ground out a couple of first downs. They got it away from the doorstep, and they ran off some clock. So with the clock running right now, Mount Carmel's going to get it back with about 3:30 remaining.
Well, why it was so important, too, it kept the defense off the field.
Pretty good punt. Hits at about the 35-yard line, takes a St. Rita bounce. So I think all things considered, the Mustangs will take the situation they have right now, considering the way that Mount Carmel has moved the ball on them. No score on the scoreboard, and 3:33 remaining before we hit the half.
Of the 41-yard punt.
First down and 10, another quarterback keeper. And, well, what do you suspect, Kenny? This might be one of those situations where if Mount Carmel gets a first down, then they might start using timeouts. But if they don't get a first down here, they might be content to let it run.
Boy, nice job by Murphy, too, holding that to just a 2-yard gain for the Caravan. But the clock continues to go. 3 minutes to go in the half.
2nd down and 8.
Boy, this is like a good heavyweight fight.
Yeah, a turnover in the game right now is the kicks. Nibs going in motion. Kopak fakes the handoff, drops back, plants, throws, has his man open. That's Jarvis. First down, out across the 40-yard line. And now, once they get the chain set, now Mount Carmel, if they have that first down, you may start to see them burn the timeouts and try and get it into the end zone here.
What a nice move by Jarvis after catching that ball, Jim, to get that first down. So when he first caught the ball, it looked like he was a little bit short of the first down mark. He did a nice little move, fake to the outside, goes to the inside to make sure he gets a couple extra yards to come away with that first down. Ball now on the 40-yard line.
They will wind the clock now with the ball sitting on the 40-yard line of Mount Carmel. Under 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Still no score. Kopak keeps. Now he pitches into the backfield. They string it out, and the St. Rita defense with a nice job of trapping Kyle Parker in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of about a yard on the play. The ball will be spotted at the Mount Carmel 39-yard line.
Well, watch this lateral movement by the entire St. Rita Mustang defensive line. They know that ball is going to go in the backfield off the pitch. That's just a great job of stringing that out by John Sullivan. Strings him out, sets him up, and then the help comes over.
Well, and again, in the chess match that this football game is starting to become, this is an important one here, because if St. Rita can stop Mount Carmel for little or no gain, you might see St. Rita use a timeout. See if Mount Carmel keeps it on the ground. Instead, it's a pass and nice throw and a reception, but an even better tackle. So it's a gain of about 5 yards. Excellent play by John Sullivan as he makes the tackle and prevents Ron Newcomb from getting away.
Well, that's 2 consecutive plays that Sullivan has done a great job. The 6'1", 185-pound defensive back. Another great play by Sullivan. Still going to be short now. They're 3rd and 5.
And they are letting the clock run. So as we come up now on a minute remaining in the first half.
Here we go now. Big play here, big play here.
3rd down and 5 from the 45. Nibs goes in motion. Kopak back to throw.
Oh,
has time. Throws it down the sideline. Looking for Jarvis, and that's going to be pass interference. Jarvis was taken down by Deontay Hood.
Well, you know what? I think it's a pretty good play if I'm on Hood's point, because if he catches it, it looks like it's going to be 6. And he had him beat.
If you think you're going to get beat, it's not a bad play. Remember, it's a mark-off. It's not spot of the foul in high school football.
So actually, I think from a St. Rita standpoint, that's a pretty good play.
I'm just not so sure if Jarvis is going to catch that ball or not. I mean, it was going to be close.
Well, here it is again. Let's take a look at it. Look at the
pass
time.
interference. First down. The clock remains dead.
Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what?
Really hard to tell. So now it gets interesting. 44 seconds left.
The 9th first down of the game for Mount Carmel, but they've yet to score.
And they did use a timeout earlier in the half. 1st and 10 from the St. Rita 40-yard line. Handoff, and just not much there. Parker carries it, gets maybe about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8, and we have a timeout with 33 seconds remaining.
Well, what a great job by our Comcast crew. Andy Zielkowski in there producing, directing, because after looking at that replay, I agree with you. I'm not sure that was a catchable ball.
Now, the next question becomes, does Frank Wente ask for time to be put back in the clock? 33.6 is on the clock. But there doesn't appear to be any movement to put more time back on the clock. So we'll stay with what we have right now, and that is 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard. No, they're going to wind it now. 1st down and about 5. Kopak back to throw. Takes a look, has time. Goes for the bundle in the end zone, and that's going to be past everybody to the back of the end zone, incomplete.
There's nobody there. But again, Jim, did you notice the time that he had to get that play off?
He has had
plenty
a lot
of
of time so far
He's had
tonight.
a great amount of time. He just overthrew that one, but he has had a lot of time.
Well, he was throwing that to a spot. I mean, he put that thing right on top of the pylon in the back of the end zone.
Throwing to the spot, not necessarily the receiver.
2nd down and about 4. From the 36-yard line, 24 seconds remaining. And there's confusion about the down because the scoreboard prior to that play did not match up with the marker.
Now,
and then the other and the thing that I don't understand, Kenny, is now there's a discussion about the down, but
it should be 3rd. Our statistician, Tom Bonin, says it should be 3rd. But the officials signal 2nd.
Where did the face mask come in there? Did they get a 1st down after that?
That was the 1st down.
Okay, so here we go. 2nd down and 4 from the 36-yard line. 24.2 remaining. Jarvis is out to the left. Kopak back to throw, throws it over the middle. That'll be a 1st down and more. Inside the 20-yard line, down to the 15-yard line before Nibs is finally taken down. That will stop the clock while they reset the chains.
Well, boy, if you're St. Rita, that's tough when you have a missed tackle like that. And they're going to go right away.
They go quickly, 15 and a half seconds remaining, and the Caravan decide to spike the football.
Downs the ball. He's got 2nd and 10 with 14.3 seconds left.
So 2nd and 10 with 14.3 remaining. Boy, this is a big reception here from Mount Carmel because he breaks a couple of tackles, and that's tough. Here it is again. He breaks the tackle right there, gets between two men and run into each other. There's your first down.
So the ball sits on the 16-yard line. Second down and 10. But the time is the key issue. 14.3. Kopak back to throw. Doesn't really have anywhere to go. He's chased out of the pocket. Spin move, takes a hit, throws it up for grabs in the end zone, and that's picked off. Dan Chillick picks it off. Another turnover right along the goal line for Mount Carmel, and St. Rita dodges it again.
And you have a flag on the play, and the officials are going over to talk to the St. Rita bench.
And 2.5 minutes or 2.5 seconds remaining in the first half. The St. Rita defense, they've made 2 enormous plays in this game to keep it scoreless.
Let's see what the flag's about. There was a flag.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against St. Rita.
Well, see, Jim, he's scrambling, has plenty of time here, has nothing open, and just goes back, turns around instead of.
Now, remember too, Kenny, that was second down. He could have just thrown the ball away.
Instead of throwing it away.
And come back and fought another day. 34 plays run by Mount Carmel, or total, Tom. But anyway, the fact of the matter is this: Mount Carmel has run a ton of plays. They have no points on the board to show for it.
Well, they'll just run this clock out now.
This will be your kneel down play.
34 plays for Mount Carmel.
And that's going to be it. So Mount Carmel, they had the ball on the 6-inch line. They fumble it away. And then they are driving late in the first half, trying to get a touchdown to finally get the first points of the game, and they end up throwing an interception.
Well, and look at this. 34 plays for Mount Carmel, only 9 plays for St. Rita, and we have a 0-0 game.
St. Rita, you know what? They are coming up with big plays, and they are in a scoreless game right now. Let's go down on the field to Mark Kruger. Mark.
All right, Jim Blaney, thank you very much. Here with Coach Kuska. Coach, your defense gave up 10 first downs in that first half, but you held down at the goal line twice with the 2 turnovers.
Well, defensively, we're doing pretty well. We're bending, not breaking. We're coming up with 2 big turnovers. Offensively, we just got to try and get something together. I think we've only ran about 10 plays, so we get the ball and start the second half. We're looking to get our offense in gear a little bit, and defense just keep playing tough and keep hitting them, keep getting some turnovers.
Good luck, Coach. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jim, back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. So, when we get the stats for this half, you're going to see that Mount Carmel dominated, Kenny. They really did. But the thing that is always the equalizer in football, and it is the case in this game tonight, when you turn the football over, you really cause yourself a lot of problems. And Mount Carmel cost themselves 2 scoring opportunities by turning the football over. We'll be back with more from St. Rita High School on the south side of Chicago after this timeout. No score at halftime between Mount Carmel and St. Rita.
Hi, welcome to St. Rita High School. My name is Ed Weiser, Director of Admissions here at St. Rita. I wanted to take a moment and invite all of our 8th graders out there to spend a shadow day here at St. Rita this fall. We know that it'll be a very unique fall for all of the schools, but we will be open here at Rita for shadow days, and our schedule is announced on our website. So come by one of these days and check out our school for an inside look as a shadow here at St. Rita. We also have great personal tour options, and you'll hear from Coach Russell about that next. Go Mustangs.
Hello everyone, my name is Roshan Russell. I'm a proud 2008 graduate of St. Rita High School. I'm the Director of Enrollment and Head Varsity Basketball Coach. I want to take this time to invite you to sign up for a personal tour here at St. Rita. We offer tours around the clock. We feel like it's one of the best ways to learn about our great institution. Our goal is when you leave to make sure that all your questions are answered. I also want to encourage you to check out our calendar of events, and you'll hear more about that from our Assistant Director of Admissions, Mike Swanson.
Hi, I'm Mike Swanson, Assistant Admissions Director here at St. Rita High School. This fall, we have a lot of exciting events planned for prospective students. So check us out at stritahs.com for our full calendar of events. And you can see the mini open houses we have planned and the specialty nights that are new this year, highlighting things like academics, athletics, fine arts, and student life. So again, visit stritahs.com and click on the admissions tab. Come and check us out on campus. We'd love to see you here soon.
Welcome back to St. Rita High School. It is halftime of our Comcast Chicago Rush High School Game of the Week. Mount Carmel and St. Rita in a Catholic League slugfest. No score in the game, but Kenny, the first half totally dominated by Mount Carmel. But when you look at the turnover column, not only 2 turnovers for Mount Carmel, but 2 turnovers on the goal line.
Yeah, 2 huge turnovers. And you just look at the total yards for St. Rita, just 40. That's unbelievable. 116 for the Caravan. That's not a lot of yards for this team.
There's a lot of things that tell you how much Mount Carmel dominated that first half. One of them is the fact that St. Rita only had 1 possession in each of the first 2 quarters. Now, Mount Carmel did move the ball pretty well. They actually did pretty well passing the football. That's a reception by Pat Jarvis, but here's the first of the key plays in the game. The ball's in the 6-inch line. They had been sneaking the ball very well with the quarterback all night. They decided to hand it off, and it cost them.
Right, and you see right there where Kenny comes in with the big stick. And then again now, St. Rita only had 40 yards of total offense, but the quarterback draw picks up quite a few of them right here.
They ran that play twice, and it was very effective. Now, this is down in the final 30 seconds of the opening half. Now, remember, it's second down here. They could have thrown the ball away and come back and tried it again, but instead up for grabs at the goal line. And an interception right on the goal line. And St. Rita, you know what? Did they bend? Yes. Did they break? No. And they just held at the final time they could before keeping Mount Carmel out of the end zone.
Well, they've answered the challenges, that's
right.
For sure. And they've come away with the big 2 interceptions.
And they are 1 big play away from taking the lead. And we welcome you to St. Rita High School. 79th and Western here, Pat Cronin Field. Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds and Mark Kruger, and Tom Bonin once again doing all the accounting for us. And he's had a lot of accounting to do except in the score column. And remember what's on the line here. Mount Carmel coming in 7-0, and if they win this game, they'll wrap up a conference championship. If St. Rita wins this game, they are in the driver's seat for the conference championship. And, of course, both of these teams trying to get at least 8 wins in the regular season, because that will give you a home game in the opening round of the IHSA playoffs. And Mount Carmel not only would like to stake a claim as being the best team in the league, they also feel they might be the best team in the state. Most of the polls have them ranked behind Lincoln Way East. And St. Rita will get the ball first to open up the second half. Kickoff return from their own 2-yard line. The ball brought out to about the 17-yard line. And that is where St. Rita is going to set up on offense. Steve McGowan with a nice return. St. Rita here, Kenny, they have got to start getting something going on offense and get their defense off the field.
McGowan with a nice return, but watch the nice hit right here coming into your screen. Just a nice open field tackle. Well, I tell you what, St. Rita, they need to run some clock offensively. 34 plays for Mount Carmel in that first half. How much can you ask that defense to stay on the field? You're going to have to give them a break sometime.
Most effective play has been ball smuggling the football. Hood has really been shut down so far in this game. Hood will take it up the middle, gets spun around after crossing the 20-yard line, and he's met by a Hassel of Caravan tacklers and finally brought down. So it's going to be a gain of about 2 yards out to the 21-yard line, and it's going to bring up second down and about 8.
Boy, he's so quick, Jim. You notice he had a hole. He hit it. He was so quick, but then all of a sudden there was nothing but a bunch of white jerseys right there after he got to that initial hole, and he just picks up 3 yards.
St. Rita has not been able to mount any kind of a sustained drive in this game. They have yet to push it across the midfield stripe. But they are in a game where they've been outplayed, and there is no score in the football game. So if they can get something going on offense here, maybe be able to put some points on the board. Hood, again, he's going to go to the right side this time. He was turned around back inside. He was wrapped up by Steve Filer and taken down after a gain that time of about 3 yards. And we're going to call it third down and about 4.
Boy, and how many times have we called Steve Filer's name tonight?
Yep. I will tell you this, Kenny, this Mount Carmel defense, one of the better tackling high school football teams I've seen in a little while. They don't miss.
Very impressed with Filer. Very quick, great lateral movement.
Sean Estand out wide to the left, slot left. And dropping back to throw his ball, lets it fly and threw it to the wrong shoulder and got away with one. And it was a nice job of coming back for the football by McGowan that actually broke up that pass. So that'll bring up fourth down and 4 for St. Rita deep in their own territory. They failed to get a first down. They're going to have to punt the football.
Boy, you're
back.
right, Jim, too, because watch the way he throws this right to the wrong shoulder, and he puts it where a defender, the defensive guy, could have really caught that ball. You want to throw that to the outside shoulder to put it in a position where only your man can catch that ball.
So Mount Carmel now with a chance to get the football back. Dan Connell is back to receive, standing at his own 34-yard line. One of the things that we really haven't talked about in this game, Kenny, that's been very impressive is the punters. And Murphy very nearly had that one blocked. The referee says it was partially blocked. Connell has a hard time finding the football at the 40-yard line, and it appears that Connell finally fell on the football. So all sorts of things going on in that play. A partially blocked punt. The St. Rita fans wanting to get a roughing the kicker call. They don't get that. In the meantime, Connell had fits fielding that football. Mount Carmel will take over at their own 41.
Boy, it was hard to tell from that angle, but the official said that it was partially blocked, but he certainly got a lot of the punter's leg.
So now the Caravan trying to pick up and grind out some more yardage as they go over the right side to start out this opening possession of the second half. That'll be a gain of about 4 yards that time before being brought down, and a pretty decent carry on first down by Kyle Parker.
I know these guys are young. I know they're in great shape, but that Rita defense has to be tight. I mean, they were on the field an awful lot the first half. If you take a look at Frank Linty, the Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, everybody here's a Hall of Famer tonight, seems but me. And this time again, the handoff is going to go to Kyle Parker, and he drives the pile to the right side, past the midfield stripe, down near the 49-yard line. It's going to be very close, and it is going to be a Mount Carmel first down.
Boy, look at the way that Parker just follows the blockers. He just went right behind the tackle and the guard. Nothing fancy. They cleared the way, and he just went right behind them for the first down.
So St. Rita's sticking with their game plan right now. Let Mount Carmel go out of the field. Just pick it off or pick up a fumble at the goal line. First down and 10 from the St. Rita 48-yard line.
19 yards rushing for Parker on 5 carries.
And again, it is going to be Parker on the carry. He's going to get about 2 yards, getting it very close to the St. Rita 45-yard line.
And I'm willing to bet this is the most paper that Tom Bonnet has ever used for a 0-0 score. I mean, he's got all these papers over here. He's writing down everything except in the score column.
And Mount Carmel on the march again. Inside of 9 minutes remaining here in the third quarter in what has been a rapidly played game, because we've been running the football a lot tonight, and we knew it was going to be that way. Old-fashioned Catholic League football, and that time turning it up to the inside and going across the 45-yard. There was Kopak, and he'll get it out to about the 45-yard line. Jellick with the tackle on the play. He, of course, made the huge interception on the goal line back in the second quarter.
Right. Kopak goes out to the right side, and watch Jellick comes up. Nobody blocks him. Good open field tackle. Hits him right in the numbers.
We talked about good tackling by the Mount Carmel kids. Man, that was a pretty good stick right there. So now third down and about 4 from the 42. And we've said it before, we'll say it again. A big down on defense for St. Rita if they can get off the field here. Kopak gives the first man through, and that was Brown, and he's going to get maybe a yard. He's going to be very close to the 40-yard line, and let's see what the Caravan decides to do here. They went for it on fourth down one time in the first quarter and made it, but that was about 6 inches. So St. Rita gets a huge stop here early in the third quarter.
Now they need to pick up a little offense on this momentum. The defense, once again, doing a great job.
Matt Carney is standing back at his 10-yard line ready to receive the punt. Ron Newcomb will let it fly from about his 45. The wind continues to blow. Well, it's switched around a little bit to the south right now, so Newcomb actually punting with the wind a bit at his back. He just puts a low-line drive that signaled for a fair catch. It took a funny bounce, and it does barely trickle into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. That was the right play made back on the 10-yard line by Carney, but St. Rita almost got a goofy bounce. Now, there is the schedule for St. Rita. So this is, I'm not being disrespectful of anybody, Kenny, but if they win this thing tonight, then you really have to figure that they're going to win a conference championship.
Boy, I tell you what, 4 in a row after the loss to Fenwick, and that was a 2-point loss.
A 2-point loss.
This is a good team. no question about this being a really good team.
First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Quarterback keeper now a throw. Has a man in the seam, and I will guarantee you everybody on the St. Rita side of the field is going to want a pass interference call, but it's not coming.
No, you know what? I really think that was too high. I think that was too high. Victor Alvarez there on the defense. Yeah, that was a high thrown ball. I don't think that was a catchable ball. Here it is again now. He'll do it. Roll out. Man, look at how high this is thrown. That's not catchable.
Well, I'll tell you what, Balsam rips it, man. He lets it go. You better have your hands up when he throws that thing. Second down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Handoff up the middle, not much there. Maybe a couple of yards. Newcomb was in there to make the tackle, so it's going to bring up third down and 8. Carry was by Clifford Moore.
And did you notice that Moore even came up holding that football? He was going to make sure he did not lose that ball. Now, St. Rita's, this is 3rd and 10. St. Rita's 1 out of 5 so far tonight in third down conversions.
So here they come in a throwing situation. Third down and 8. The ball sitting on the 20. 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And they will decide to roll it out. Not much there, and Balsam really had nowhere to go, but he makes a, here's the thing, Kenny. In a tight game, if there's nothing there, just get on the ground and let your defense come back out and live to fight another day, and that's what St. Rita does.
Now watch the way he slips off also. Fakes the handoff. See, he'll slip right there, and once he tried to make that cut back to the left side, he slipped. But you're right. Nothing there. Go down. Don't fumble. Big Sidney with the tackle.
Dan Connell is back to receive the punt. Murphy standing back at his 10, a little bit of a high snap, gets rid of it. Low line driver, but it is away from Connell. He has to let it hit. It gets a St. Rita bounce. So you know what, Kenny? I'll tell you what. Even though by the numbers Mount Carmel is dominating the game in the stats, St. Rita is getting a lot of the breaks. 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Mount Carmel and St. Rita, no score. This has just been a fantastic football game so far. Kopak keeps it, goes right side, pitches it at the last moment, and then Brown is taken out of bounds. And let's see where they end up spotting it. And they're going to spot it to where it's a gain of about 3 yards, Kenny. So, well, we'll give them 4. Second down and 6 coming up from the Mount Carmel 33-yard line.
And boy, he pitched that back at the last second, too, because it looked like he was about to go out of bounds, and all of a sudden he pitches that back to Brown to pick up the couple of yards. And thank you for closing that hatch up there because it was getting a little chilly.
Close the hatch. I feel like I'm unlost. The hatch. That's what everybody's talking about.
It's a little cold tonight on the south side of Chicago.
Second down and 6. Kopak hands off, and again, and a good carry that time by Parker as he just keeps driving his legs and moving forward, and he is going to be very close to his knee hit way back at the 36-yard line. So here's St. Rita again with a chance to get their defense off the field and get the ball back.
Well, you see Kyle Parker, but see now, there's the knee down right there. He jumps right back up and keeps moving, but the official right there on the spot. And in high school, as soon as your knee touches, and you don't have to be touched by a person, as soon as your knee goes down. His knee did go down.
Third down and 3. Kopak back to throw, has his man complete to Jarvis on the sideline. That's a first down. Tackle was made by Ernest Green, but not before Mount Carmel picks up a first down at their own 45-yard line.
But did you notice once Jarvis knew he was past that first down marker, he stops and he just turns around. All he wants to do is catch the ball and get that first down. The Caravan now 5 out of 9 third down conversions. Here it is again. See, now Jarvis gets past that first down marker, just stops, catches the ball. He knew he had the first down. A yardage, all he wanted to do was make sure he held on to the ball.
Rita pressing up on defense. 7 down the line of scrimmage. And there's the handoff again going to Brown at the middle. And now the ground game starting to work a little bit for Mount Carmel. That was a gain of 6. Make it 7 on the play to the St. Rita 48-yard line. Second down and 3.
With the offensive line, Jim, really starting to look like they're taking its toll on that St. Rita Mustang defensive line.
Yeah, they have been out there a long, long time. Jarvis is split out wide to the left. Handoff. And that's going to be close to a first down as once again Parker getting the carry. He'll be spotted just to the Mount Carmel side of the 45-yard line. That will be short of a first down. So it's going to be third down, and it's going to be, well, it can't be more than about a foot, Kenny.
Right. See, there you see the Mustangs, the hands on the hips, a little bit tired. Coming into tonight's game, though, Parker's averaging 6 yards per carry. Boy, I tell you, what a backfield. Brown, 7.5 yards a carry. Parker, 6 yards a carry.
And so far, it has been Parker getting the bulk of the work. Quarterback sneak, and it will be first down for Mount Carmel. And that'll be a gain of about 3 yards down to the St. Rita 42-yard line. So the clock will continue to roll once they get the chain set. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter of a no-score game.
Boy, that quarterback sneak has been the biggest play so far, effectively, offensively for the Caravan. And again, you have to give a lot of credit to that offensive line.
And with everybody in the place keying on the running backs, it's been there to be able to run your quarterback, and Mount Carmel's taking advantage of it. 1st and 10. Kopak, fake, drops back to throw, and he gets swallowed up by the rush of St. Rita, and a big sack for the Mustangs all the way back to the Mount Carmel 48-yard line. Well, the defensive line, we talked about him being a little tired, but Matt Conrath got a big push up the field and a huge sack for the St. Rita defense.
Well, I mean, you look at Matt Conrath, you look at him, he's 6'8", 250, so he's hard to stop once he gets going. You see right there, nobody blocks him. He comes and gets him from behind. Beautiful job if you're a St. Rita Mustang fan. This drive started on their own 29. This is the 8th play of the drive for the Caravan.
That was a loss of 8 yards on that play. Now the ball on the Mount Carmel side of the 50-yard line. Deep drop, little screen pass, and nearly picked off, and was that caught? Incomplete.
Conrath almost had it.
Conrath almost had a pick.
Last play he was untouched, came in with the sack. That time he almost had it, but again, look at how tall Conrath is. He's 6'8", and now look at Conrath, number 72, sees the ball behind him, reaches up and just deflects it, and it's an incomplete pass.
Now here's something interesting, Kenny. That was an incomplete pass, but the ball is almost a yard back of where it was the previous spot.
So a generous spot for St. Rita.
They lost a yard on an incomplete pass. And that's
maybe somebody noticed.
I think that's what Frank Lenny's talking about.
Yeah. See, he's saying it's an incomplete pass. It should be up.
That ball should be about a half a ball width shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, you know what? Give Frank Lente a lot of credit for noticing. Because that's just what you saw Frank waving his hands, and that was an incomplete pass, and he pointed. That ball should be at least a yard, maybe a yard and a half forward. Yep, they got it right.
Okay, so now we're ready to go. 3rd down and 18 from the midfield stripe. Huge play again on the defensive side of the football for St. Rita as they just try to hang in this game and stay in it. Back to throw. Deep drop, in trouble. Gets away, Kopak goes the right side, gets rid of the football, and that is complete, but it will be short of the first down. Ball is complete at about the 35-yard line. That's going to be 3 yards short of a first down.
Nice job of scrambling by Kopak to get that ball away, but he's going to be just a little bit short.
Now, this is a situation where, you know what, you might think about going for it.
I think they are.
You're starting to put that Rita defense on the ropes a little bit. Do you try and go for the knockout punch?
Here it is again, Jim. Now watch the scrambling.
Hey guys,
and see, the key thing here, he gets them within 3 yards of the first down, gets away, scrambling. Now he'll get it away on the move for the completion. Nice sliding catch.
4th down and 3. Jarvis to the right. Quarterback keeper, first down, Mount Carmel. Down to the 28-yard line.
Well, they had him. They actually had him tied up, but he was able to get away.
John Sullivan came up and made the tackle, but not after Carter Kopak had gotten a first down and a big one for Mount Carmel. 1.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Well, they had him tied up. He was able to spin out of it and get the first down. And against a good team like Mount Carmel, boy, I tell you just can't give them too many opportunities.
And it looked like on that last series that maybe that sack was going to be the big play to keep the game scoreless.
This is the 11th play.
Here we go again. First down and 10 for Mount Carmel. And handoff. This one goes up the middle, and that was Ramirez getting the carry, and he slides and glides and carries the ball down to about the 20-yard line where it's going to be 2nd down and 1, and Ramirez is going to have to come out of the game after coming up with a little problem with his ankle on that one.
Yeah, Ramirez has been a real big workhorse for the Caravan tonight. He comes up limping. But you talk about Ramirez, Jim, he's averaging 9.6 yards per carry.
Right, and he's done a good job tonight. Second down and 1. Let's see if Mount Carmel takes a shot. Nibbs is out to the right. Jarvis is out to the left. And Kopak, don't know if there's a busted play or not, but he decided to keep it, and he took it right up the middle, and he's going to have a first down. Right outside the 18-meter box, Tom.
It looked like that was a busted play. It looked like he was going to hand it off, but there was nobody there. Let's look at this again, Jim. Now, it looked like this is a busted play, like he was going to hand it off, but there was nobody there, so he keeps it himself, and he's able to spin for the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter.
And it will run down in a game that has gone the same way each quarter. Mount Carmel has mounted a charge to try and stick it into the end zone, but every time they're just about ready to do it, St. Rita has come up with a turnover, and let's see if the pattern continues. We are through 3 quarters in our Comcast Chicago Rush High School Game of the Week. No score from St. Rita between Mount Carmel and St. Rita. Here's a look at the original St. Rita campus located at 63rd and Claremont in Chicago. This is part of the original gym floor from that building that is now one of the entranceways to the current gym, and inside the current gym hangs the banner celebrating the 1963 football team as #1 in the nation. And finally, this wall in the north end zone of Cronin Field is made of bricks from the stadium that the 1963 team and so many other Mustang squads played in until the school moved here between 77th and 79th and Western. So these two schools have been going at it for a long, long time. And, of course, a litany of great players have gone through the doors at both schools.
You know, my brother is a St. Rita grad.
Is he really?
Yes, he is. My brother Richard. I went to Holy Name Cathedral because I didn't want to go to an all-boys school.
Why does that not surprise me?
Hey, Carter Kopat, I'll tell you what a game he's played, though. 9 carries, 48 yards.
Time of possession in the third quarter. Mount Carmel 9 minutes, St. Rita 3. First down and 10 for Mount Carmel from the 18-yard line. Kopak keeps left side, gets tripped up, but he'll take it down to about the 12-yard line.
Again, the quarterback keeper has been the biggest offensive play of the night for the Caravans.
And the clock will continue to run as it has. I'll tell you what, the guy who should be giving his money back tonight, the timekeeper, because he hasn't had to stop that thing a whole lot. Second down and 5. Kopak keeps it right up the middle. St. Rita was ready for that. Pretty good job of defending that play.
Well, he's been doing it all night. And let me tell you how smart they are here at St. Rita. They know that this is a big game. They know people will be watching the game off 79th Street. You put a little tarp over the fence, so that way you just can't stand out there and watch it. You got to pay your $5 to get in.
And how much did you pay to get in tonight?
Well,
so that's the thing. You're talking about people not being able to watch for free, and well, you know the story. They are all around the field here. Third down and 2 from the 10.
Overflow in the end zone.
Kopak keeps it, and he will have a first down, and he takes it down to about the 6-yard line. So Mount Carmel just continues to grind it out and just work their way down the field. And this is the area of the field where it's gotten interesting a couple of times tonight.
Well, you know the old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Kopak now 12 rushes, 59 yards, and they're just doing the same thing, going straight up the middle with the quarterback. But remember now, this is first and goal from the 6, but St. Rita's answered twice tonight.
Brown is left, and Parker is right in the backfield. And this will be Kopak into the end zone, touchdown. He put it into the belly of Parker, kept it. Touchdown, Mount Carmel. The Caravan leads 6-0.
Boy, he put it in his belly, he takes it back out and goes in untouched.
And that time, Frank Lenti, not messing around with trying to hand it off near the goal line, just decided, hey, let's look. The quarterback keeper's been working, and he takes it into the end zone.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. You just let him go right up the middle. He put it into the belly, takes it back, goes in untouched for the touchdown on first and goal from the 6.
So, considering there's not going to be very many possessions left in this game, Scott Saracen in to attempt the extra point. This is a big one right here. He's kicking a little bit into the wind. Spot is down, and the kick low and through, and it is no good. No good. And as we talked about, Kenny, there's not going to be a lot of possessions in this game, so an opening for St. Rita.
You know, that could come back to be a really big play. That could come back to be a big play. There's the scoring drive, 16 plays, 71 yards, and they took 7 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock. Watch the handoff, or what was the fake handoff, right up the middle. He puts it right in with two hands, and he just takes it right back. He put it right into the belly of Parker, and he just takes it right back.
You know what, Kenny?
And goes in untouched.
Take another look at this. Was Parker supposed to get this thing? And
boy, if he wasn't,
Kopak may have pulled it out of there, because that was not the cleanest looking fake I've ever seen in my life. And that is flat out amazing.
That's a pretty good conference.
St. Rita now needs to score. And they'll field the kickoff down about the 5-yard line. They have the return set up, and this is Hood getting out over the 25-yard line. Pretty decent return out to the 28-yard line. But now St. Rita really has to get something going on offense.
No way I could get there if Tom Bonin drives.
Balson hands off and ends up keeping it. Has some room to run. He has a first down. He's out to the 41-yard line. And one of the Mount Carmel players losing their bucket after the tackle.
Boy, I tell you, Matt Oliver, with the stop, loses his helmet. Good thing his head wasn't in there when that helmet went rolling 10 yards down.
When the helmet comes off, you don't want your head in there. That's bad. This, right now, I'm going to guess Tom Bonner represents St. Rita's biggest advancement up the field. Pretty close to it. 41-yard line of St. Rita. First and 10, 9:42 remaining in the quarter. Hood gets the handoff, goes at the middle, trying to stay on his feet. Maybe got a yard out to the 42-yard line before he was buried by Ron Newcomb and a few of his Mount Carmel buddies.
Boy, is this right, Tom? St. Rita's only had the ball on offense 8.5 minutes the entire game? Wow.
They have not been able to grind out first downs and keep possession. And this is a big play on this drive, because they get some positive yards here. They might get close enough to where they can decide, all right, we'll take 2 shots at picking up a first down. They go to the shotgun again. They spread it out, fake the Hood, keep by Balson, goes to the right side. He's wrapped up right at the 44-yard line and driven back. He did grab a couple of yards, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7.
And look who's in there again. How many times have we said Stephen Filer? Boy, he has been all over the field tonight.
Not to be confused with Stephen Tyler.
Well, I tell you, here it is again. Fake the handoff. Now look for number 44 coming into your screen right there. He just stands them up and just drives them back. You know what? We very seldom have a defensive player as our player of the game, but I tell you what, this 6'3" linebacker is pretty doggone good. Here's my vote.
Because Kruger doesn't like interviewing defensive guys for some reason. 3rd down and 7. Balson back to pass. The rush is coming. Tries to get away, and he does. He's got a ton of room over there if he can get away. Gets up to midfield, stretches out. Where will the spot be?
What a great individual play.
And the way the referees are spotting this, it's going to be very close to a first down
for St. Rita. But the key thing is, where did his knee go down? That's the key. Here it is again. Let's see where the knee goes down. Off the fake. He sees the guy coming from the blind side, gets out of it, goes down the sideline, able to turn down the corner. But where does the knee go down? He stumble, goes out, reaches.
Boy,
that's close.
And I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good spot, too. And
because I was wondering if his knee went down before he reached out, but it did not.
They've got the magnifying glass out over there as they all gather around to try and measure this thing. Of course, the Mount Carmel coaches over there trying to help out on the spot. And no signal as of yet from the officials, and they're measuring the ball, which leads me to believe they are just short.
Frank Granito with a great shot. Do we have that last play? That last angle?
Kenny, we quit directing this.
I'm sorry.
Let's watch the 4th down.
I'm sorry.
And inches. And this very well could be the ball game for St. Rita. They need this one right here.
Yeah, but the last shot we had on the last replay, you could see where he was a little bit short.
It may just be a matter of which group of linemen can get lower right here.
Or which one jumps first. 9 in the box up front.
They decide to hand it off. Hood has the first down, keeps driving, takes it down to about the 43-yard line. First down, St. Rita.
Boy, they had 9 in the box and a great second effort by Hood.
And a great call, too. I'll tell you that right now.
Boy, he just bounced off those tacklers and gets that first down. Jim, watch how he bounces off. Everybody's down low. He's right here. See, he'll come, he'll bounce, spin, bounce, keeps moving, bounce off, keep going, keep driving for the first down.
That's one of those ones where you make the first down like that, everything's fine, but if you don't get that one, all the parents are saying, why don't you run it up the middle? Handoff again. Hood now starting to work, and he was smacked as he came up through the hole. Gained about a yard before he was thrown backwards by Filer.
And Mark Oliver also right there when he ran up the middle, and Oliver was right there waiting for him.
7:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Now remember, that missed point after touchdown could be a crucial play of the game.
St. Rita right now is just they're just making plays right now. Think back a few plays ago where Mount Carmel should have had a sack, but it turned into a first down, and they convert a fourth down on half a length of the football. So St. Rita right now just gutting it out and figuring out a way how to keep moving the football. They've gone almost exclusively shotgun here on this drive. Quarterback keeper again, big hole to the right side. First down and more. Over the 30, down to the 25, down to the 21-yard line is Balsam, and now all of a sudden St. Rita threatening with 6.5 minutes remaining.
I don't remember the last time I was at a football game where the quarterback draw the entire night has been the biggest play offensively for both teams. Both teams, the quarterback draw has been a big play. Out of the shotgun, just go right up the middle, gets by Filer, then he has a lot of room. He stumbled a little bit. This is now the 8th play of this drive that started on their own 28-yard line.
And now all of a sudden it's the Mount Carmel defense that spent a lot of time out there and is going backwards. First down and 10 from the Mount Carmel 22-yard line. Balsam back to throw, looks, has his man, first down St. Rita inside the 10-yard line and down to the 6. Sean Estan on the play.
Estan with a big reception, the 6'1 senior. I'll tell you what, look at the time that he has here. This may be the best blocking all night. He has a lot of time, gets to set up. Look at that follow through, throws off that front foot. Oh, I tell you what, that kid really, really had a great time, great follow through. Throws it off that front foot. Estan right there with the reception. First and goal now for the Mustangs.
And now the Mustangs fill up the backfield. They put Hood in the eye, gets the pitch, makes the carry, makes a move inside the 5, battles his way down to about the 3-yard line before the Mount Carmel defense finds. You know, Kenny, remember the old original Mattel football?
Mm-hmm.
What St. Rita wants to do here is they want to do what you used to do to your friend in Mattel football, just hold the football and run it back and forth and let the clock keep running and take it over the goal line with only a few seconds left.
Boy, I tell you what, he's really hard to bring down. Here's the pitch. The ball, look at the block. Goes, lets the block here, gets away. Filer brings him down, or almost brings him down, and he just spins up to the 3-yard line. Here's your kicker. He could be important. Stephen Flattery.
Shotgun formation once again.
Timeout, St. Rita.
A timeout called by the St. Rita Mustangs with 5:01 remaining, and boy, you know what, Kenny? You got to give the St. Rita kids a lot of credit. Let's be honest, especially the offense. They were getting outplayed most of this game, but you know what? It became a gut check time here in the fourth quarter, and they have certainly answered the call.
And if you look around, there are not a lot of people that have left this place.
No, it is still jam-packed here on the south side tonight. Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds and Mark Kruger for we build it as an old-fashioned Catholic League battle, and that's exactly what it has been. Two schools that have been going at it for a long, long time, and these guys playing in this game tonight, adding what may be a long-talked-about game into the history of the rivalry.
10th play of the drive.
And again, they will go out of the shotgun formation. They spread it out. Hood is the lone running back in the game right now. Balsam gets it. Keeps it up the middle. Touchdown, St. Rita. They've tied it up at 6-6 with an extra point coming to take the lead with 4:58 remaining.
Are you surprised at the quarterback draw?
No,
quarterback
not at all.
keep?
You go with what's working.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Mount Carmel undefeated, St. Rita with only one loss. And now, what is at least for the moment the most important play of the game?
Boy, Peter Balsam, 9 carries, 62 yards, but Flaherty now, the pressure's on him. Stephen Flaherty
the wind is actually quartering a little bit, coming over his left shoulder and going to the right corner of the end zone.
Look at him. He just took a deep breath. Get the side. He just said, whew. 1 step, 2 steps.
Let's follow through. The kick is up.
Yeah! Looks good.
Good. St. Rita has the lead now. TJ Vasquez down on the field. Looked like he might have gotten injured a little bit on the play. He trots off, but now Mount Carmel will get the football back after the kickoff with just under 5 minutes remaining. Mustangs lead at 7-6.
The Mustangs, 73 yards.
And here's the touchdown again. Now watch the quarterback draw. Fakes the hood, goes behind the blocking, and just goes straight up for the touchdown.
That play right there takes a lot of discipline and patience to run.
Right, the handoff.
Because remember, the quarterback knows he's keeping it, Kenny, and
right.
he has his head up, but he has the patience to, okay, I got to carry out the fake, and then I've got to have my head up so I know where to run. That was a great run.
And I tell you what, give a lot of credit to the left guard, too, Luke Nibbs, the big 6'2", 255 offensive guard, because he put a good block to open that hole on the right side there.
So now the football will go back to Mount Carmel, and they go out onto the field knowing, all right, you know what, we've been driving the ball all night long. And the only reason why we find ourselves in the predicament we're in is because we turned it over twice in the goal line.
And see, the big thing now, the way they've been running time off the clock, if they continue to do that, get the first downs, grind a little time off the clock, they may not let Rita get back on the field.
That's right. And that's why going for it on 4th down at midfield was such a big play for St. Rita, because obviously they felt, as we did, you might not see the ball again if you didn't get that first. Kick is into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. Mount Carmel will get it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, 4:58 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Well, does St. Rita defense have anything left? They've been on the field quite a bit tonight.
Well, you know what? Your offense went out and got you 7, so you better be able to find the energy to play some defense here. And remember, the St. Rita defense, the last couple of possessions for Mount Carmel, did make a couple of big plays. They had a sack on the drive that led to the touchdown, but they also let the Caravan off the hook. Carter Kopak keeps, drops, takes a look downfield, has a man open, threw it a little bit behind him. Newcomb carries it out over the 30-yard line to the 33, 1st down Caravan.
That's a nice catch by Newcomb, because that ball was a little bit behind him,
yeah.
And he had to reach back to get that. And that's a 1st down. Now watch how he had to go back to get this. Plenty of time, good time, but I see a little behind Newcomb, he had to go back to get it. Comes away with the 1st down.
1st down and 10 from the 32. Handoff and then a keep by Kopak, and he'll battle his way back to the line of scrimmage and then fall forward for about 1.5 yards, noses it out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 8.
And the reason he was able to get that 1.5 yards was because he fell and leaned forward.
Clock running, 4:12 remaining in the 4th quarter. In an incredibly rapidly played game. And remember, Mount Carmel is behind by a point. They have to score here. Kopak fakes the handoff. He drops back. The rush coming from behind doesn't get there. Lays it out, incomplete. He was looking for Nibbs over on the sideline, and the clock will stop, and it brings up 3rd down and 8. 3rd down conversions for Mount Carmel in this game, 5 out of 10.
Now that's an official's timeout, not a Mount Carmel timeout.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought it was a Mount Carmel timeout.
Well, if you look behind the little bit to the left of the bleachers across from us, you can see the ambulance right there in case Mr. Nibbs needs it. They had the lights on.
3rd down and 8 from the 35-yard line. Brown and Parker in the backfield.
They come.
Screen pass thrown up, incomplete. Mount Carmel is going to have to punt.
And in case you didn't hear us earlier, we want to make it clear that we are in the booth with the St. Rita coaches. That's what you can hear.
And they're
all
happy.
The enthusiasm. And they're going to go for it, huh? They're going to go for it. Here it is again. Boy, everybody's coming.
Well,
everybody comes on the blitz, and he just gets rid of it, and they're going to go for it.
Why is Mount Carmel going for it? Here's the reason why. Because with 3:51 left, you're going to have to make a defensive stop to get the ball back right away. So it doesn't matter if it's in this part of the field or if you punt it and do it at the 20. 4th down and 8. Kopak back to throw, has a man open. Parker trying to stay alive, and he'll have a first down. He's finally brought down at the Mount Carmel 46-yard line, 3:43 remaining.
Well, you cannot miss tackles against a team like this. Oh, they had him. They had him twice, and Parker was able to get loose for the big first down. Boy, look at this. They had it. He set up the screen. Here it is again. Open air, breaks one tackle. You can't reach. You got to get him there. You go right up the middle, and he comes away with the first down.
Now remember, it's not a touchdown that Mount Carmel needs. They can decide to go for a game-winning field goal if they so choose. 9 out of 13 for 102 from Mount Carmel in the game. Back to pass. Here comes the rush. Got rid of it. Caught by Jarvis. And he can't quite spin away, but does lean forward. He'll be close to another first down.
Well, see, when you grab him by the jersey, instead of wrapping him up, he was able to just spin around and lean forward for another yard or two.
And that's an important spot because he did not get out of bounds and he did not get a first down, so the clock will continue to run with 3 minutes and a little less now remaining in the fourth quarter.
See, right here, you grab him by the jersey, but you don't bring him down. So you just grab him by the jersey, he spins around, he picks up a couple of more yards.
Keith Lewis is out wide to the right. Jarvis is left. Kopak keeps and he falls down, but he will have, well, I'm not going to say that. He's right on the marker. Let's see what the officials are going to have to measure this, which is going to stop the clock.
Because he slipped. He lost his footing, but he's right at the marker.
2:33 left. Yeah, Kenny, for the second week in a row, you might have a game-winning field goal attempt.
See, he lost his footing.
Ooh.
No, he's short.
Just short. Now, let me tell you something. This works out to Mount Carmel's favor because now they can pick up a first down on this play and stop the clock again.
Missed it by that much.
So they will get their play in and get ready to go. This series started at Mount Carmel's own 20-yard line. 8th play of the drive.
So you just go to the quarterback keeper?
You got to get the first down. You have to get more plays.
So just go quarterback keeper. That's been working all night. Or do you try to trick them, catch them napping because it's only 3rd down?
Well, they'll go quick. As soon as they wind it, they'll go. There we go. Clock is running, and they decide to do the quarterback keeper. That's actually going to be a loss of about 2 yards on the play.
James Fitzgibbons. Oh. Outside linebacker James Fitzgibbons. Here it is again. The quarterback keeper. Nobody blocks Fitzgibbons. He's just standing there waiting for him as he brings him down.
4th down and 2 from the St. Rita 45-yard line. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the fourth quarter. Mount Carmel needs a first down to stay alive.
Boy, what a big play that was.
Quarterback sneak, first down, and that'll stop the clock also.
Boy, he got it with ease. They were able to stop him once, but the 4th down, they couldn't stop him. Here it is again now. Watch how low the offensive line gets. Everybody's down low, just go straight forward. Just good smash mouth football. All he needed was a couple of yards. He gets it with ease.
Now remember, too, that even if Mount Carmel does get a field goal attempt out of this, the only time their kicker has been on to try and get a point, he missed. And that was the extra point after the touchdown. Kopak, back to throw. Under pressure, lets it go, and he got hit right as he was letting it go, so he couldn't get enough arm strength on it to get it out to Jarvis. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Again, good pressure again by the defensive lineman of St. Rita. Good defensive lineman, Matthew Kopak. Here it is again. Put the pressure on him, just a little bit underthrown.
2nd down and 10 now coming up. 1:36 remaining. The clock not running after the incomplete pass.
Well,
the wind right now is blowing straight out of the south. It's blowing right into the faces of the Mount Carmel Caravan. Lewis comes in motion. Kopak back to throw. Here comes the rush. He's flushed out. He's grabbed.
It's a live ball.
That is a live football and a fumble that Mount Carmel recovers all the way back at their own 42-yard line. And the clock is running with 1:22 remaining.
And the coaches are very happy here in the box at St. Rita.
Mount Carmel wants a timeout.
Here it is again. But they put a lot of pressure on him. The offensive line has been doing a great job But here it is again. The defensive line, here they come. They're coming. And they do a wonderful job of wrapping them up. You would not let him get away.
Boy, is that close. That was close.
Boy, I tell you. To Sean Leslie. Boy, Sean Leslie right there to wrap him up.
Hard to tell. The ball never went forward. That's for certain.
No, the ball didn't go forward.
But what about the arm?
But I thought the arm went forward.
I thought it did too.
Sean Leslie right there gets through, wraps him up. But now, did his arm go forward? The ball did not.
The ball did not. The ball came out, and it's all the way back to the 42-yard line. Mount Carmel has converted 2 fourth downs on this drive to stay alive, but now they are facing a 3rd down and 24 from their own 42. And you would expect they'll take 2 bites out of this chunk to try and get another 1st down and stay alive. For a reasonable field goal attempt, Kenny, I would think you've got to get the ball down to about the 15-yard line. And the Caravan come back out onto the field.
You can hear the St. Rita coaches up here in the box.
Lewis and Jarvis are out to the right. Kopak,
they come.
Back to throw. Here comes the rush. Looking for Jarvis. Has him at the 48-yard line. He stays on his feet and scrambles down to about the 44-yard line. That is going to bring up 4th down and 12 for Mount Carmel. And the Caravan take their timeout.
Boy, we haven't called Pat Jarvis's name a lot tonight, but every time we've had, it's been a pretty big play.
Right.
It's been a pretty big play every time we've called Pat Jarvis's name. Here's again, plenty of time. He's looking for Jarvis. He knows he's not going to pick up 24. The thing now, he just wants to get out of bounds. He tried, but it just would not let him turn that corner to get out of bounds, as Ernest Green would not let him go to the sidelines.
3rd time on this drive, Mount Carmel facing 4th down. They've converted the 2 previous.
4th and 12.
Right now, the time fairly inconsequential. 1:04 remaining, though, for those of you scoring at home. But 4th down is the big number. Mount Carmel needs to convert to keep the ball. If they don't get this 1st down, it's going to be game over.
I really like the way Ernest Green let him catch the ball. Okay? He said, okay, you can catch it, but I'm not going to let you go out of bounds. As Green let him catch the ball. He let Jarvis catch it, but he was not going to let Jarvis get out of bounds.
The Mustang players turning to their student body, telling them to get up on their feet.
Well, you had 2 blitzes on the last play. Do you blitz now?
Jarvis is out to the left. Lewis is in the slot to the left.
Do you blitz or you just go to your prevent defense?
Kopak back to throw. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. Down the sideline looking for Lewis. Is there a flag? Franklin, he wants one.
It wasn't
he won't get it.
It wasn't a catchable ball. It was not a catchable ball. If that ball is catchable, you see a flag. But that was not a catchable ball. Was it interference? Yes. Was it a catchable ball? No.
The Mustang defense gets off the field with just under a minute remaining, and they lead 7-6.
You see, that's interference if it's a catchable ball. But it was not a catchable ball. Steve McGowan with the defense, but, it's interference if it's a catchable ball. But that was certainly not a catchable ball.
The Rita players are jumping up and down on the sidelines, hugging each other because they just have to kneel on it here, and they're going to get out of here with a very important win. And they are 1 win away from a league championship. They win next week, they're a league champion. They'll finish the year 8-1, and they'll very likely get a home game in the opening round of the state playoffs.
Boy, I tell you, what a game by Boston, though, huh?
Yes. He by far player of the game, Kenny.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he had to engineer it, and when nothing was working for St. Rita, the one thing the Mustangs could go to is let Boston keep it, and he always got yards.
And give a lot of credit to that offensive line also. That offensive line did a great job. This is an overflow crowd. It's going to probably take about an hour to get out of here.
Now here's
and
something.
These people aren't leaving.
Kenny, look at the clock. 55 seconds remaining.
But now you see the fans. You see the fans are running towards the field out of the stands.
Well, for one thing, you have to understand what a big deal this is for the St. Rita Mustangs.
You know what? Security better guard the goalpost.
This is the game if you're a St. Rita Mustang. If there's the one game you want to win in the schedule every year, this is the one, and they're about to do it.
What a game.
Another kneel down.
Remember, we talked about it earlier, the missed point after.
And don't forget that you very likely could see this matchup again down the road in the state playoffs.
There would have to be one more snap. And again, fans, it's been a great football game. Please stay off.
One more kneel down for the Mustangs.
Shake hands and enjoy themselves. Stay off the field.
Well, they're telling the fans to stay off the field after they're coming out of the stands.
And the referees are trying to keep everybody off of the field in the end zone.
But you see, at the end zone to our left, they have the police horses back there. Not that horse there. Not that horse. They have the wooden horses.
Yeah, they call delay of game on St. Rita. That's okay, though.
Hey, somebody need to get that horse some oats. Man, he's a little thin.
It runs max time off the clock, and one more kneel down for the Mustangs.
Hey, man.
And Kenny, remember, they were outplayed this whole game until the final drive, but it just goes to show you, if you can get a couple of big plays on turnovers, and then when you get your chance, you convert, you can win the game. And that's exactly what the Mustangs did tonight.
I'll tell you what, they bend, but they don't break.
And that's going to do it.
Oh, look at the crowd. Whoa.
The St. Rita student body pouring onto the field as the Mustangs beat Mount Carmel 7-6. And how did St. Rita win this game? They had a touchdown drive when they absolutely had to have it, and they stopped Mount Carmel in the final drive of the game. Final score, St. Rita 7, Mount Carmel 6 on our Comcast Chicago Rush High School Game of the Week. We're back with our Chicago Rush Player of the Game after this timeout. Right now, let's take it down to the field to meet this week's Chicago Rush Player of the Game. Let's go to Mark Kruger. Mark.
All right, Jim Blaney, thank you very much. Indeed, our Chicago Rush Player of the Game, none other than St. Rita's quarterback, Peter Balsam. And Peter, congratulations on a great victory. Talk a little bit about the halftime adjustments. You guys weren't moving the ball in the first half. What was the second half adjustments?
Second half adjustments, there was none. We just picked it up offensively. And, they say offense wins games, defense wins championships, and we're Catholic League Blue champs now because of our defense. They bailed us out all night. Mount Carmel's offense was on the field the entire game, and they just kept coming up big.
They scored a couple minutes into the fourth quarter. You, in turn, 10 plays, 72-yard drive. What did you tell your offensive unit before that series?
We had to score or else we were going to lose the game.
Talk to us a little bit about that touchdown run now, that quarterback draw of yours.
I faked to Darion, they keyed on Darion, and I took it in. Offensive line opened up the hole, too.
Last 2 years, this Mount Carmel team knocked you guys out of the playoffs. Just talk to us about the feelings going on about that.
It's a great feeling because last year in the regular season when we lost, I gave up the winning touchdown because I was playing free safety when we lost 21-20. And it's just a great feeling to come back and play well and come out on top this time.
Peter, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Jim, let's go back to you and Kenny, guys.
St. Rita High School, St. Rita 7, Mount Carmel 6. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week on the Comcast Chicago Rush High School Game of the Week.
Welcome back, fans, and congratulations to your Mustangs on another great football game. Thanks for joining us. And remember, this week we have a game every single night against our rivals at Mount Carmel. Go Mustangs.